ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Going Live in 5, 4, 3, 1.5, 2.5. We got this. And turn it up.
Did it work?
Welcome to the Biz for Good Show, where we highlight misfits, outcasts, and renegades for the being good and doing good movement. We spotlight people that are changing the world by having integrity and honesty and creating an environment of connection, thus showing the true secret to success and creating a life of greater impact. So come on board and create your own Biz for Good life.
Welcome to the Biz for Good Show. I am your host, Bobby Glenn James, along with the Ryan Pilkington. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Pilkington in the house. Woo. And of course, today we have an amazing guest today. Tell us about our show today, Ryan.
You betcha, Bobby. We want to thank Kimmi Wernli for episode 84 and joining us today for the Biz for Good show. The title is Plant Forward in a Crazy World with Kimmi Wernli.
Plant, P-L-A-N-T.
Yeah.
Plant Forward.
Plant Forward. She's with the Crazy Richards Peanut Butter Company, and we got so much to talk about today with her. We're so excited to have her on. She is actually not in studio. Where is Kimmi at?
Where is Kimmi? Where are you at, Kimmi?
I think Ohio.
I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, Columbus, Ohio. You know, Ohio is like a big podcasting mecca. Did you know that? There's like tons and tons of podcasts in Ohio. And she chose to be on the one in Utah.
She's an outlier.
Awesome.
We're privileged.
Kimmi, thank you so much for being on the show. You're doing amazing, powerful, great things with peanut butter. I love it. Life is good.
All right. Kimmi Wernli is the first female owner of one of the oldest natural food companies in America. When Kimmi assumed the reins as the second-generation owner of her family's historic peanut butter business, she identified ways to take the Crazy Richard Peanut Butter's company into the 21st century by breaking into new markets, creating a clear brand and messaging, and tapping into the savvy young audience via social media. She established the Healthy Kids Happy Future project as a way to follow her passion for supporting families through ongoing charity work and contributions. In 2017, the Healthy Kids Happy Future project donated over 350,000 servings of peanut butter to children.
That's a lot of peanut butter, baby.
Yeah, and to children and families in need, with the goal to reach 1 million by 2020.
Sweet. Oh, it's my turn. So what is the Biz for Good show? Of course, it's two crazy entrepreneurs that sharing their experience of the real secret to success in business, doing all things with a be good, do good mindset. We truly believe that the true secret to success is not just how much money you can make, but how much good you can do in the world. And the more good you do, the more clients you get, the more happy employees you have, the better the world is when you focus on the good you do and not just on the revenue. So welcome to the Biz for Good show, folks, and we're excited to talk with Kimmi today. We also want to say thank you to Media Agency, our sponsor, Media Agency. And if all things media, all things social media, these guys are powerful. We're stepping up. We're close to 6,000 of our Instagramians now. We're really kicking it in social media, and we're excited to move forward that way. Please get a hold of Jordan at Media Agency, 801-948-0133, MediaAgencyHQ.com. Of course, what?
Interview her. Interview.
Ryan is,
segment as established now.
Why are you whispering to me? And I don't think we told Kimmi ahead of time. This is all live, and we don't do any editing. So whatever happens here kind of stays here. So Just be careful.
I knew that, actually. I knew that.
Good. So you can find us on all our Facebook and Instas and all the Grammyans and all that stuff. Please check out Facebook. Follow us. Subscribe. We want to see you there. Folks, we love you. We want to get out good against the noise. We're excited to push out all things good. And with that, let's welcome to our show, Kimmi. Welcome.
That's good intro music, man. How'd you do that?
I'm just that good.
Are you still with us?
Kimmi, thank you for being on the show. Let's start off. We always like to start off to kind of get an icebreaker, to kind of get to know Kimmi, what you're all about. We know kind of, everybody wants to know what's going on. So, embarrassing moment or just an icebreaker, anything you want to talk to us about, let's get to know you.
The floor is yours.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Embarrassing moment. I wish that I had something great to share with you off the top
They
of my
always say that.
Everybody says that, and then they say something super cool. So, you're no pressure.
Well, set me up for success right here, I think. Oh, my gosh. I'm kind of crazy because I own the Crazy Richards Peanut Butter Company, so I'm nutty about nuts and peanuts, and I am sitting right now in our office, and we have a warehouse that is packed full of peanut butter.
Wow.
Let's see. I should probably walk around and show you. But
Yeah,
I'm cuddled up with a blanket because it's cold inside our office because we have the air conditioners on so that our warehouse doesn't get too hot. So that means that it's freezing up here. And I have a couple jars of opened peanut butter over here, and then I just eat it by the spoonful all day long.
That's amazing.
She practices what she preaches. She loves her product.
Yeah, sometimes I'll dip a chocolate bar in there, if I need to get through the afternoon, just straight into the peanut butter. But I like to say my veins run with peanut butter because I love peanut butter so much.
Oh my God, we need to get some samples. How do we
get samples?
We need to get some samples and eat some
They're in
peanut
Kroger.
butter on the show.
You guys are in Kroger, right?
We are. We're sold in Kroger. Kroger was our first major account that we landed about 30 years ago. So we're in almost all of the banners of Kroger. Kroger owns tons of different stores, like Ralph's out in. Is it Ralph's out in Utah? Ralph's. Smith's. So maybe that's what it is. Smith's. Ralph's is in California. Smith's, Utah. And then we've got
King
Kroger
Supers
banners out here.
Oh, so it's in Smith's?
King Supers, right?
It's in Smith's. We got to go grab some. We're going to go grab some after.
Yeah,
we'll
do some double dipping. Double dipping.
Perfect.
My favorite thing, and I'm a big fan of peanut butter too. I need to hook up, but is to take a bunch of chocolate chips out of the freezer, and then stir in the peanut butter with the chocolate chips.
Oh,
that is my favorite.
Sheesh, you're going into.
Why not? There you go.
I love it.
It's too bad I started.
It needs to be the natural peanut butter because it's really good to stir.
Ooh.
So our peanut butter is 100% natural. We don't add anything to it. No sugar, no salt, no added oils or stabilizers. No, never. No, all of those fillers are just cheap, and they don't. It would be more beneficial to my bottom line as a business owner if I added fillers to our product. But instead, we keep our product 100% clean, just peanuts. So we're not buying cheap additives and throwing it in there. We're not doing that.
See, that's the Biz for Good mindset. You have the Biz for Good mindset. It's not about the bottom line when it comes to being true to yourself, who you are, your brand.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's awesome. You're in the right place.
I love what you said earlier. You said something in your tagline about you're interviewing all the rebels or the misfits or something, So one of our core values is our core value is Crazy Redefined, because our name is Crazy Richards. And so we love that quote. I have it right here on my desk. The quote by Steve Jobs that says, "Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers."
Oh, yeah.
The Think Different campaign, and it talks about how they're the crazy ones because they believe that because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. So I love that that's kind of a theme in your podcast, because that's kind of a theme in our company too. That's why our core value is Crazy Redefined, because we want to redefine the word crazy, meaning that we think that we can do things that are crazy and we can change the world even just by one person.
I love it.
That's
It's
amazing.
You know, and our whole focus is there's so much marketing out there, marketing push on how to manipulate customers and clients. There's so much. Here's how you make millions of dollars by manipulating people and changing them. And it is out of the norm to focus on what good you do. And it's such a powerful tool, and great people, great companies get it. Because
Right.
if you thought only about your bottom line and you started adding stuff, you wouldn't be a differentiator. You know,
Being
you wouldn't
authentic.
be what you
Exactly.
are. You'd just be another
Exactly.
piece of thing trying to manipulate folks through whatever marketing plans you can do. And thank you for
Yeah,
being
thank
your
you.
brand.
Yeah, we worked really hard on it.
Well, I think that it is a trend. I mean, maybe it wasn't a trend before, but like you're saying, a lot of businesses don't focus on that, but that's growing and that's changing, and our society is waking up. And now that we have this amazing tool of social media and the internet, we have the power to connect with other people. That I'm in Ohio, you're in Utah, and we have the same philosophy about business. And here we can connect, and we can talk about it, we can discuss it, we can share that message with other people. So it's definitely a growing philosophy, and I think the more that we can talk about it and share this message and support each other, then this message will grow even bigger, and more companies will start to realize that they have a social impact, they have an environmental impact, that they should treat their employees fairly, and that their quality in their products is important to their consumers. The consumers demand that. The consumers are smart, they're educated, and they
True.
have passion, and they have drive, and they want to know that the products that they're putting their buying dollars towards are meaningful. So I
true.
appreciate that you guys are doing this podcast and you're opening this conversation.
And
sure.
you know, it's interesting. When we started this, we thought, or at least I thought, I'm like, this is kind of a no brainer that you do good and your company does better. And I as we've done this, I've been surprised at how it's like a new thing or something. I'm like, this is I talk to people in entrepreneur groups and stuff, and I'm like, you know, it should be. I thought it was a no-brainer that doing good and being good is the best way to run a company, and they're all like, no, most people don't get that. Most companies don't look at it through those lenses, and it's sad because it is such a powerful tool to gain not just customers but fans. I'm sure there are people that only eat your peanut butter because they're that kind of a fan. They love it that much because you're true to your brand.
Right. Well, we depend on that kind of brand loyalty as well. You know, that's important to us. So we have to make sure that we are setting a high standard and that we hold ourselves to that high standard, because we know that we have these fans, these loyal consumers that have stuck with us for 30 years and that aren't going anywhere because they love our company, they love our products, and they love what we stand for. Absolutely.
Being totally transparent, right?
Absolutely. And true to your brand. It's so interesting
Core.
that this isn't just understood. I'm still dumbfounded. And we love it when we find folks that are living it and breathing it and doing it and loving it. I can get just spending the few minutes we have with you that you love what you do. Is that true?
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I mean, I grew up with this company. I'm a second generation owner. So my father owned the company before me. So I grew up with peanuts. Like, peanut butter is just a part of my lifestyle. We actually owned our own manufacturing facility when I was a little kid. And I have a little sister, and the two of us would spend our weekends hanging out at the peanut butter factory. And I mean, we were running around the peanut butter factory. That's so not against all OSHA compliance rules ever. And I'm sure we were way too close to all of the hot peanut roasting machines and all of the dangerous equipment. But I remember playing hide and seek in the factory behind all the burlap sacks of peanuts that we had. But that's where I learned about business, was as a little kid, through osmosis, through just experience. So we spent so much time just involved with the whole process. And I learned how to drive a forklift when I was a kid, and how to build corrugated boxes and tear them back down and ship out materials, and how to answer phones and talk to people and do customer service. We had a storefront, and so I had to learn how to stock the shelves and run an actual cash machine, a cash register. And so there was a lot of great tools that I learned as a child. And but peanuts, I mean, it smelled like peanuts. It was peanuts all the time. We were just, that was our livelihood, and it was great. So I've loved it since I was a little kid. And then I went off to college, and I thought, I like art. I think I'm going to study art. So I studied art. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I loved it, so I just went with my passion, you know. I studied art. I got a degree in art, and then years later, I was talking to my father, and I'd always been involved, like working for my family at every holiday, you know, every time I'm home, every summer, and on the side, I was writing a peanut butter blog for the company and helping them build their website, because I was a little artistic. And then I decided that, or my father called me and said, I think I might sell the business. And then I was like, wait a second, I love this business. You got to sell this to me. I want to do this. And so that's when we decided as a family. I have 4 kids and a great husband. And my husband's allergic to nuts, which is ironic. Actually.
Wow.
I know,
man.
poor guy, right?
That's like a fisherman
So,
trolling who can't eat fish.
I know. I know. You
That's
should have seen
awesome.
my dad's face at our wedding. It's like, really, of all the people to find to marry, you're going to marry the guy who's allergic.
Opposites attract.
And
Opposites
so,
attract.
you know,
That is
isn't that funny? I
awesome,
know.
though. That is great.
But none of my kids have allergies. I know a lot about allergies because peanut allergies is a huge topic. It's very
Yes.
controversial, but I deal with allergies every day in my family. So I have empathy towards people with allergies, but I also know a lot about allergies. So we can get into that or we could not get into that. But allergies is just a whole other thing.
It's a whole nother can of worms.
It is. It really is. Yeah. So that's.
So
we're in the natural products industry.
we
but-
always like to ask.
Sorry.
We've got this quick question we like to ask
ahead.
everybody.
I think she's already identified pretty much.
Yeah, let's.
Oh,
But
no,
we can
I
do
wanna
it.
hear I
What
talk too
does
much. I'm sorry.
what does
Ask your
biz
question.
for good mean to you?
So I have seen, as I was fortunate enough to grow up watching my father running this company, and he was always doing business for good, meaning he was constantly employing the unemployable person, and he was constantly donating products to those in need. And I saw that, and I knew that that was the right way, and he was successful, and I could tell that that was what made his company a little different, and how people were so grateful for the time, the products, the money, whatever he would be involved in. And when it was my turn to run the company, I decided that that was at the core value, the heart of this company was helping others. And our product itself already exemplifies that, being that our product is extremely healthy. It's so clean. It's good for an infant, all the way to your grandmother, all the way to your dog. I mean, anyone can eat our product. We say we're a whole family product. We're good for you, but we're full of good fats. And if you're watching your fat, we have powdered peanut butter, so it's low fat, low calorie. But we if you have diabetes, we're no sugar. If you have a heart condition, we're no salt. So we just really are a good for you product, which just also helps with the fact that we want it to be a good for you business with a good for you product. So then when I took over the company, I said, we need to share this message. Like, people need to know this, that we're not just a great product, but we're also a great company. And so I started looking about just kind of researching what are some ways that I can get this message out there. And that's when I learned about the B-Corp certification, which is an outside company, a third-party company that will come in and will basically audit your company and will certify you if you are a benefit corporation, meaning you do things for the greater good. And you have to meet some rigorous standards. And so I decided that we needed to become a B Corp certified company, because that's who we are, and to have a third party outside perspective to really come in and award us that certification I thought that that would be really meaningful. And it's a pretty new certification. It hasn't been around that long. So we went through the process. It took us about a year to go through the whole process to actually obtain the certification. But we finally did. And the beginning of this year, we had a launch party, a B-Corp launch party. And their hashtag is Be the Change. And it's really important to them that they certify businesses that are trying to change the way that others are looking at business, and making sure that our products are clean, that we are sustainable, which our products are so sustainable. Peanuts are an amazing sustainable plant-based product, and peanuts are part of the movement, the plant forward movement, which means that we believe that the world needs to eat a more plant-based diet and incorporate more plant-based products into your life. And if you're only eating plant-based products, it's harder to find protein, and peanuts are a perfect source of plant-based protein. They're perfect for that. So our products are great, our people are great, our culture is great, and we got our B Corp certified, or our certification. And part of that was the fact that we had established already, before we got the certification, we had established a give back program. So to me, I think that that's the biggest part of why our business is a biz for good business, because we have a mission statement which says that we want to help others. Specifically, we want to help with children and families.
Yeah, tell us about your give back program a little bit. Just
Sure. I would love to. Our program is called the Healthy Kids Happy Future Project, and we are not a certified 501c3 yet. That costs a lot of money, so we're working towards getting there. But right now, we just decided that the quickest way that we could establish a project was to give it a title and to give it a qualification and a mission statement, and incorporate that right away and start actually donating. So we donate at a minimum of 10% of our resources every year, and that is between our time and our product and our money, to organizations that we think are helping with to fight children's hunger, or that will help in children's health and nutrition. So we partner with a lot of local organizations. We know that peanuts are a great source of affordable plant-based protein. So a lot of companies or larger organizations like the U.S. government buys a lot of peanuts and peanut products and ships them overseas to third world countries. For a lot of people that are hungry, that are in need, they send a lot of peanut products. And for us, we're not quite large enough to really send over millions of dollars worth of peanut products overseas, but we can help where we are. And we think we're crazy enough to think that we can actually make a difference. And so we do a lot of donation and a lot of charity work in our own backyard in the Midwest, here even in Columbus, Ohio, a bunch. And we do a quarterly event where all of our employees, we kind of shut down the office and everybody goes on site somewhere, and we'll do a service project. We've gone to food pantries, we've gone to organizations that put together sandwiches or meal kits for children who go home in the evenings who are without food. So they're considered food insecure, which means that they qualify for a free or reduced breakfast or lunch at school. But after school, on the weekends, and during summertime and break time, they might not have a lot of access to any food, if not especially healthy food. So we spend a lot of time donating to those organizations and helping them make sandwiches and pack lunches and pack sacks for backpacks. So those are just a couple examples of some of the.
She's got a lot of. You got a lot of passion about this. It sounds like.
Oh, it is. But I'm not the only one, which is so great. Everyone in our company has the same passion, because this is our mission. This is why we're working here. This is the greater cause of our company. So we know that we have this warehouse right next to me that is full of this amazing product that's good for your body and that people really need. And we know that we need to share, and that by sharing that we're helping others, and it comes full circle every time. And we're just hoping that the more that we can talk about this story, the more people learn about our company, then they're more excited to help buy our products when they're going to the grocery store and they're looking for a clean, natural peanut butter, that they know that if they're purchasing from Crazy Richards, that Crazy Richards is helping give back here in America. So we were really spending a lot of time and effort working on this Healthy Kids, Happy Future project, because we know that if we can help children and families learn about nutrition and have access to healthy, nutritious products now, that the future is just going to be happier.
You know what I love about this? There's a lot of corporations now are kind of on the bandwagon of, oh man, we've got to find a charity thing, you know, to be a part of, because, you know,
yes,
you have to do that. But just listening to you, there's just this little bitty bit. It's a lot more than that for you guys. It sounds like it's a real passion. It's a real thing. You guys really want to make a difference, and that's somebody I would want to buy from.
I have a whole new appreciation of peanuts right now. I appreciate it. And I love peanuts.
Well, good. I'm so glad.
To see your passion, it's just so cool to see. You don't, you know, we've been talking about it. We're like, so peanuts, that's interesting. I mean, and I told somebody in the studio, in the offices, they like, who you're going to have on? I'm like, oh, this is a peanut butter company. And they're like, what does that have to do with being Biz for Good? And I'm like, well, they give back, they do some stuff. And I'm like, I'm fixing to find out.
Right.
And wow, we have found out. Yeah. This is so cool.
You're a rock star.
Thank you for kind of opening our eyes, I think, to see somebody so passionate about something that we kind of, I think, absolutely take for granted, that peanut butter is just a thing. It's there on the shelf. We eat it. My kids like it. But you've made it this and I know I'm pathetic. I'm kind of tearing up a little bit, which is, I know I'm pathetic.
Do you want a tissue?
It's just, it's cool that you've made it this. You believe in it that much.
Well, it wasn't me. I mean, peanut butter itself is the #1 most requested item in food banks across the entire country. Every food bank.
It's did not know
the most requested item. It has a great shelf life, so it lasts a long time. It's usually pretty affordable, and most people like it. You know, almost everybody likes it unless you have an allergy, which is unfortunate. But and it's a great source of protein, and protein is expensive. So if here you can get this plant-based protein that will last for a long time, that most people can eat, I mean, this is why food banks are just craving for peanut butter donations. So now you'll notice the next time you see a food pantry or that's having some kind of a food drive, they'll usually have big pictures of peanut butter jars, and they'll say, you know, please bring peanut butter with your canned goods. That's something that they're always looking for. So it was just a natural fit for our company. Like, our company is a family-based company. Most of the employees were family members, and I have children that I love, and they love peanut butter. And here we've got all of this great product that's so good for you. And it was just this perfect natural flow for us to establish this project. And like I said, it just kind of, and that's the way it's supposed to be, right? You know, like it's supposed to be authentic. It's supposed to come from who you really are inside, instead of, like you were saying, this contrived idea, like, ooh, we should probably give back to somebody because we should, you know, we're a business and we have extra money, or we're trying to get a tax break or something along those lines. But, you know, those it's not as meaningful. But in order for everyone in the company to really feel that passion and to be really invested every day at work, to know that they're working for something bigger than themselves, bigger than our own office, you know, our company, we're working to help support others. That just makes everybody's day go better. And we love when we get to go out into the community, or when we get thank you cards or letters or photos from other people that received our products, and they share those stories with us. I have a care wall behind me. This is just my personal board. We've got other ones around the office of people that we've affected, and we put those pictures up, and we put those stories up, and we talk about that, and it's motivating to everybody. Everyone's motivated to work harder and to find better ways to be resourceful and to cut our costs and to make sure that we can really continue our mission of helping others. So it's
so what's next for for Crazy Richards? What's next?
Ooh, that's a great question. So we're working on something right now I can't tell you about. So hopefully we'll
We'll
have
do a
some
follow-up
updates.
interview.
man.
A follow-up interview.
Yeah, we'll have to do a follow-up.
Oh. Well, okay, that would be great. Yeah, that would be awesome. So, yeah, that's what's next. We're working on that, and we're just, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much the most exciting thing happening, and we're, so my father, so I am LDS, and my father just got back from a mission, and my mom and dad, and so they took like a sabbatical from work, and now he's back. And so we're in this interesting time period in the business where now my father's working for me, and it's come full circle. So it's really fun, and my husband works for me too.
Wow.
So it's like I said, it's a family business. So but it's an interesting dynamic. So now it's like the daddy-daughter story, and people seem to really get a kick out of it. So it's been fun because he's been gone. He was gone 3 years. Now he's back, and so we're we're figuring it out. So.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna share this to the rooftops here, and what ways they can get a hold of you, or what outlets, or stores, or internet,
social media, everything. What links you want to give us?
Media. Yeah. Social media is great. I mean, I love social media. We have such amazing fans. We're Crazy Richards on Instagram or on Facebook. And our Instagram handle is @CrazyRichardsPB. And we're on Twitter, we're on Pinterest, and we're on LinkedIn. You can connect with us anywhere. And I mean, usually it's me responding to the comments, or my aunt, or, a cousin or somebody. So one of us is on there all the time trying to make sure. But we're on Amazon. All of our products are on Amazon. We're also sold in Walmart, so you can find us in a lot of Walmart stores, and we're in a lot of grocery stores nationally.
Well, I've just ran out of peanut butter, so I know where I'm going.
There you go. Hey, you got to stir it, so it's all natural.
Yeah.
If you're not used to natural, you got to just change your mindset.
There's another company I won't mention that has oil at the top, and I won't mention the name.
That's exactly us. Oil at the top.
Yeah.
You got to stir it.
You got to
stir it. You
can
pour a little of the oil off if you wanted to, but either way, it's just 100% natural. So you're gonna have to stir. I just stir the oil right back in.
I watched the video prior to the show, and you take a beater right into a peanut butter jar and blend it, and then you put it into a squeeze bottle.
That's the best. The squeeze bottle is so great, and our product is one of the only ones on the shelf that you can put into a squeeze bottle. I wish I had one right here. They're really fun. It's just, I mean, everyone's excited right now about YouTube and Instagram and having beautiful food to eat and taking pictures of food photography. It's super popular. So our peanut butter is perfect for food photography because all you do is mix it up and put it in a squeeze bottle. And I mean, you can get a squeeze bottle from us. You can buy them anywhere, and you just drizzle all over your pancakes, on your toast, put it on your apples. And it's fun for kids too. Kids love it because then they kind of get involved in the process and making shapes and whatever. It's easy and fun, and it keeps you, using your natural peanut butter in lots of interesting ways.
You betcha. I know.
Awesome.
I know that
I just
your
like the
time's
page. I just like the Facebook page.
Yeah, there we go.
You got all kinds of cool stuff going on there. It looks like the marketing director just had a baby.
Yes. Yes, she did.
Congratulations.
Yes, little boy, Maney. I know. So cute. I just visited him. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show. This has been extremely eye-opening, I think, for both me and Ryan.
I'm blown away. I am blown away.
Thank you for taking your time.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for being a force for good in the world. I love it. The good against the noise, is that what your hashtag is?
Yes, good against the noise. There's so much noise.
There is way too much noise. There needs to be more good. So great job. Awesome. Kudos to you.
Okay, with that, Ryan gets to take us out, so he'll explain to you how we end the show.
Yeah, well, we'll end it with the hashtag good against the noise today 3 times. We do it 3 times. We get louder each time we say it, so we say it 3 times. So here we go. Hashtag good against the noise. Hashtag good against the noise.
Hashtag good against the noise.
All right. And that's a wrap.